How did a diss track end Napoleon's career? Following the defeat of Napoleon at the Battle of the Nations, the allies of the Sixth Coalition began a coordinated march into France to end the threat of the French Empire once and for all. As soon as the invasion began, Tsar Alexander of Russia made a beeline to Paris, capturing it easily and forcing a humiliating surrender. But as Napoleon began negotiating for peace with the coalition, Tsar Alexander remembered the life-changing kiss on the lips he had received all those years ago from his ex-homie Napoleon and decided to give him extremely favourable peace terms. Napoleon was exiled to the island of Elba, where he retained his title as emperor and a large pension. This treaty infuriated some of the allies of the Sixth Coalition, particularly Britain, who were forced to recognise the legitimacy of Napoleon in his defeat, something they had failed to do for all of Napoleon's reign. To counter this humiliation, Britain ordered their greatest living general, Sir Arthur Wellesley, to drop the most ruthless diss track on Napoleon ever witnessed, something so sick that Napoleon's reputation would be stained for eternity. The Duke of Wellington got to work and several months later dropped the most ruinous diss track on Napoleon ever spake up to that point in history. A full Nelson at Trafalgar made your navy tap out. I crossed the Pyrenees with a parody so I could get the clout. I burn a dot on my forehead so your conscripts might hit me. But like your first wife, all they're gonna do is miss me. Your health doesn't seem well after that post-Paris defeat. You know what might help? A long Russian retreat. From one short man to another, you know I'd like to thank you, cause now thousands of French bachelors are buried in Russia. My favourite of your tactics is a move called the nay-nay. It's when you crush your own cavalry in just one day. French women don't shave their pits, which may leave an odorous stench. But in my old Britannia, we use our pits to shave the French. You're a little island boy who's just trying to make it. Ask any of your mistresses on how to fake it. You can't win me over with a kiss on the lips, nor with cash. I'm not Josephine, I don't work for tips. That poison vial round your neck sure is looking tasty. The only thing they'll name you after is a mediocre pastry. I'll see you on heaven's carousel when both of us have died, but unfortunately you're not tall enough to ride that ride. Having been read the diss track lyrics at his home on Elba, a furious Napoleon immediately escaped back to France, fully knowing that only owning the Duke of Wellington in a head-to-head confrontation could save his credibility. After reclaiming Paris, Napoleon sent a strongly worded letter to the Duke of Wellington, challenging him to an after-church throwdown in Belgium, infamously adding to be there or be square. The Duke of Wellington decided to do both these things and met the French forces at Waterloo, forming his infantry into literal squares, which he used to devastate the French cavalry. Napoleon lost the battle and was banished to the remote island of St. Helena, a fact he would never fully stomach. A special shout out to all my patrons for your continued support of this channel.